Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your reading for December. I do apologize that it's a little bit later than usual, but on the way back from my folks' house, my car broke down and I was completely stranded for so many hours, and so I'm a little bit delayed in all the things that I needed to do. So let's get straight to your reading though, my beautiful Leo. I'm back in my usual space and it feels really great to be here. Now, what can I tell you about December? Well, first of all, I can't believe it's here. The year has flown by so quickly. It's been a bit of a roller coaster year full of ups and downs and plot twists for most of us collectively, but it's actually a time to look back at our accomplishments and re-strategize any losses, to learn from them and conquer them as we move into 2024. Now, in terms of planetary alignments, December seems to be the calmest months of all. And as a Scorpio, I'm a little bit suspicious when planets get a little bit quiet, because it tends to mean there's hidden agendas or, things going on behind the scenes will be revealed in 2024, both on a personal and global scale. But I'm going to embrace the downtime as well as keep vigilant. Now, however, we do have the planet of communication, Mercury, actioning its final retrograde of the year on the 13th of December. Now, this will last until New Year's Day. So from the middle of December, you might encounter someone bringing up touchy subjects, or you may be misconstrued yourself, causing awkward moments. Also, keep an eye on all correspondence, like emails, phone calls, texts, etc., as electronic devices tend to get affected during a Mercury retrograde. Whether it's a website crashing when you're about to pay, or the internet going down periodically, getting locked out of your account, even though you know the password and have the right password, delayed functions, important messages going to spam folders, things like that, or not even sending at all. Even hard copy mail or deliveries can get lost or damaged during a Mercury retrograde. So it really is important to keep vigilant, and it will really test your patience. Okay, so it is actually a great time as well to get into the routine of saving down any monthly statements from any establishment where you house your finances, just in case these areas are affected too. We'll see many more gremlins in the economic system as we move through 2024, so it's a great time to pick up a habit during this Mercury retrograde to save those things down, as you'll return to it time and time again, and you'll use the energy to your advantage. Now, Mercury retrogrades, they're not all bad, let's put it that way. This is a time where you get an opportunity at second chances in all areas of your life. Take a step back, really get a bird's eye view of your life. So if there's anything you wish to revisit, this is the perfect time to do it, the middle of December. So you can also use this winding down time to connect to nature and reconnect with yourself. You'll be pleased to hear that Mars has moved out of the sign of Scorpio into the sign of Sagittarius, and this brings with it a huge boost of energy. Okay, you also get better luck, and it prompts us to believe in ourselves, reinforcing an important truth: anything is possible. So dream big, be bold, and strive towards your goals. This is a perfect time to do it. It's also a perfect alignment to the end of the year, as it helps us plan and focus on what we want to achieve in 2024. But at the same time, it lends a playful influence to let our hair down, enjoy ourselves, and get really curious about new adventures. Now, you may also find yourself looking at grand vacational getaways in the sun for 2024. And if your budget does not allow for such a thing, your visions are actually tapping into the law of attraction to make those visions become a reality. Sagittarius season is heavily connected to Jupiter, the planet of good luck, fortune, and expansion. So a sudden turn of events or luck will put you in a position to be able, I think they want that card, you'll be able to make your dreams become a reality. And suddenly, extra resources like finances will be delivered to allow you to book those vacations. So, this is a very positive time. Now, also, of course, with every positive, there is a negative. There's always an opposite. Mars is a warlord, so its move in Sagittarius can also see us having heated debates, brutally honest conversations that are hard to hear, and also pockets of sporadic crisis globally, okay? So that is one to watch. But ultimately, it's a time to reconnect with your true self and to those that you care about. So it's also a time for setting intentions for the year ahead and, sticking to your goals, your plans, and really thriving despite difficult circumstances. So let's see what's going on in terms of your cards. The first card there is the Death card. So you're so done with 2023, you can't wait to get into 2024 and see what it has to offer. This is a card where you're like winding down. I feel like you are closing out a chapter. I also see that you're changing the way that you operate in your life in general, especially with the Six of Pentacles there and the Strength card. I feel like you're really like reestablishing your power, you're reconnecting to your sense of self, building healthier boundaries, and you are looking at reciprocity as you move throughout the month of December, because it's all about give and take. You're someone who is super generous, and I see you giving your heart, your time, your love, and your care to people. Even I see you doing charity work or being really charitable during this period. You are so generous with your beautiful heart. But I also see that you are looking at fairness in your life. You're looking to see if there's reciprocity. Do you give too much to a situation that is draining you? Do you give too much of yourself to a person who does not deserve it? Do you give too much to a circumstance that perhaps is not working right now? Can you tweak that plan in order to make it work? I definitely see that you are readjusting in your life, and December seems to be the month where you're going to do it, okay? Now, the transformation card, some of you may literally transform like your wardrobe, or you may change up your internet provider, or you may connect to things that you haven't done for a while or haven't done at all. I definitely get a sense of new chapters, you opening yourself up to something exciting, but something is ending for you. And I always say there's really no true endings. It's like a transition into something else. And I definitely get a sense that you're doing that. And also your fifth house, the pursuit of pleasure, is influencing you at the beginning of the month. So I definitely see you looking at where's the fun at. How can you let down your hair, enjoy yourself? I feel like you'll be getting more invitations to go out, or you'll be accepting invitations. And some of you will really be coming out of your comfort zone to seek more fun and excitement, and maybe even pick up a hobby or revamp your love life. Also, it's a time to channel your energy into creative projects. So it's a perfect time to reignite that passion within you. And as you can see there, your underlying card is the Strength card, which is a Leo card. So this is about you putting your own needs first and really building strength and recharging your batteries. I feel like it's like a winding down, but a kind of a balanced energy. So you're not like completely frazzled. I do see in the middle of the month that some of you are going to be hoping that you had a little bit more time. So I get a sense that, you're looking at, being really busy in the middle of the month. Things start to pick up pace for you. So maybe some of you are rushing about, tying up loose ends or getting stuff done. That's in the middle of the month. But at the beginning of the month, it feels just a little bit more of a balanced pace. So if you know that there's things that you need to do, I would definitely use some of the beginning of the month so you don't get caught off guard as you move into the middle of the month, because that's when we start to see some Mercury retrograde stuff, right? And that's when we need to do something that is critical, and suddenly it all goes a little bit haywire. You have the Tower there, so that can indicate that there is a bit of a major shift or change or a liberation out of a very stuck situation. It can also indicate a bit of a surprise. So I'm just going to find out what that's all about for you. But what I can see here is that you're in control of these changes. I definitely see a sense of you shaking things up a little bit, promising yourself that things are going to be different next year, and that actually you've got lots of goals already in mind. You've been setting things that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, and you're really going to make a mark. You're really going to hit it out of the park as you move into 2024, okay? Now, as you see here, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So the main energy I'm getting from this, of course, is actually connected to the picture itself. So a lot of you may hear from people you haven't heard from in a while, or you may be going out with friends or people that you really care about, or even, people at work. If you're in a career environment, you may be doing a lot of going out, catching up, having a beverage, that sort of thing, sharing ideas, and just really like enjoying each other's company. But the Six of Pentacles tells me that, because there is a meaning to every card, of course, this tells me that the universe is going to surprise you with something, a resource that you were not expecting. So at the beginning of December, I would say it's more towards the end of the first week into the second week, there's something coming along that you're going to be really excited about. This could be, financial, it could be a bonus or a raise, or even some news regarding a promotion if you're in a career. If it's not, I definitely see there's a gift that you were not expecting from somebody that you really care about. And I feel it may surprise you there. But also I'm getting this sense that something you've been trying to manifest has actually not been showing up for a while. And the month of December, it's starting to reveal itself to you. So there's something really exciting happening for you. Now, I also see that someone is going to be super generous towards you in the month of December. And because you're always giving your generosity, I feel like a boomerang is coming back to you, okay? So I really feel that this is a good, feel-good month for you. I mean, at the end of the month, I gotta be honest, there's something here which may surprise you, and it may, it may be a policy, or it may be a change of routine that happens, or it could be like you hear of like redundancies, or you hear of a company going to the wall, or it could be that there's some rules and regulations that are brought in that surprise you in some way, or it could even be that you surprise yourself and you pick up a course of learning, or you go back to class, or you're deciding to go back to university. Or I definitely get a sense here that you're making some changes in your life, but I also see that you are going to even exceed your own expectations in a really positive way. However, with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you're just trying to find a little bit more balance and peace in this month. And I feel some of you are like distributing your time, okay? That's the energy I'm getting here. So you may be spreading yourself a little bit thin, and you may want to recharge your batteries mid-month is what I see. Well, it's kind of just after the busy period. I see a major busy period happening for you in the middle of the month there, and then you get a little bit more downtime as you move out of that and into the end of December. Now, we do have the Strength card here. The Strength card really is about self-love, but it's also about being bold and daring and doing things differently. And I definitely get a sense here that you're putting your own needs first, and you're trying to look at reciprocity. Now, I've mentioned that, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of people connecting to you or reaching out, messaging you this month because they actually miss you, okay? I feel like you're going to be on a lot of people's minds, but the Strength card is actually a card of, unlimited resources. And when you get these two cards, which are about resources, it definitely means that something that perhaps is going to help you is coming towards you. The universe is going to deliver, but also it could be something you've worked really hard for. It could be a bonus or a raise that changes your life, or you may find that you get an increase in your pension or your 401k, or there's some sort of like financial change or shift. It could even be that you find like an energy bill isn't as much as you'd thought, or it just feels like there is a bit more of a balanced energy than there was last year, is what I'm seeing. And I feel like you benefit from it, whatever it is. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely see that some like companies, their prices are going to fluctuate, okay, whether that's energy or whether that's, internet. I definitely see there's like increases coming. So I do see that, but there may be like a little bit of a decrease before there's an increase, if that makes sense. And, nobody likes to hear that, but I definitely see that happening, okay? But in terms of your personal energy, I definitely see that you are putting your own needs first, and I feel like you're really checking in with yourself to see where your heart is. And I feel like things have been difficult. I feel like you're overcoming some struggles, and I feel like you're finding that calm resilience within yourself. Now, also, I feel with the this is the Empress card, and it's in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse. Some of you you haven't seen some friends or family members for a while, and you may actually take a trip to see them. Or I feel like some of you have actually been neglecting your own needs recently. I feel like you've been really busy, pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you haven't had a moment to catch a break and actually, give some self-care to yourself. So I definitely see that you're going to be able to find that, but I feel it's difficult, especially the middle of the month. You're going to be super busy, okay? Now, the Empress energy can also indicate that some of you are behind the scenes creating something. You may be, working on something that you don't want anyone to be aware of right now, and it may be launched, or it may be something that you set in motion for 2024. I feel like you're a very talented, gifted person, and when you've got the Empress card in the Resistance position, it can mean that you're kind of like, winding down. You're trying to find comfort in life. You're going at a different pace, but also it can indicate that some of you have been so busy that you have neglected like your passions, like your creative passions. Perhaps you haven't been able to be as creative as usual. And I definitely get a sense here that you're going to be able to do that. And I feel it's important to recognize that when the card is in the Resistance position, like you got it in the reverse, by the end of the month, it goes into the upright. So I definitely see that you are going to reconnect to nature. I feel like you're nourishing yourself. And I feel there's this energy here of not wanting to like overindulge is what I see here. So I know this tends to be a season where we're bombarded with wonderful, tasty things, and, it's important. And I feel you naturally are keeping things balanced and regulated. And I feel like you're trying to nourish yourself in a different way. And I feel some of you are looking at diet, but also exercise routines. But most importantly, I get a sense here that you're looking at your sense of worth and value. And some of you have battled for some time with low self-esteem or low confidence. And I definitely see that you are actually shifting that perspective and loving yourself a little bit more. I feel this is a big like change month for you, where you just change your mindset as much as everything else around you, okay? But as you can see there, we've got creativity. I definitely see some of you birthing some ideas that you've kept like hidden, or you may feel that you haven't reached your full potential in something, and you give like this final extra push as you move through December to like tie up loose ends or make sure you're on top of things. And we do have the Magician card. It's also in the Resistance position. And this can indicate that some of you, you hate time wasters. I mean, who likes a time waster? Nobody. But I get this energy of you not wanting to waste time, where I get this sense of you want to be a little bit more focused because you may have felt a little bit scattered in your energy. You may have felt that you haven't quite accomplished something that you wanted to accomplish just yet. But I get a sense here that whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, it's nearly won. I definitely get a sense here that you are going from strength to strength, and some of you may even make a major breakthrough in the month of December that will help you as you move into the year of 2024. Now also, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, okay? There's this energy that's coming through for some of you beautiful Leos out there. And it may be because of, the world at large, but I just get this sense of some of you like wondering, where's your sparkle? It's like, I just get this sense of you thinking, part of you's like lost that sparkle, or just things feel different, and you're trying to find that spark. You're trying to reignite that it's like that je ne sais quoi, that like magical kind of energy. And some of you may have felt that you're exhausted and you're just burnt out because it's been a lot, right? The whole year has been a lot. And I feel there's this energy of you trying to just reconnect to that sense of magic within yourself. And I definitely see that you'll be able to do that. I get a sense here that you are finding that happiness from within. And there's going to be some really wonderful magical moments that happen over the month of December that sort of remind you, as it were, that, life can be magical sometimes, even though we have a lot of ups and downs to deal with there as well. But I feel like you are also recognizing that some of you have been really busy and you haven't been able to connect to the law of attraction. And I see some of you like really trying to get a little bit more focused this month. It's almost like I see you like shifting a gear where you're winding down at the beginning of the month, but then you're almost reminded that, whoa, got to get back in gear and get moving. And then I feel things start to pick up a pace there. And I feel like you are, how can I put that? there is an energy, and I have to give it because it's coming through. It feels like there could be somebody who tries to push your buttons this month. And I feel like you're really resilient. I feel like you're not allowing them to change your energy. It's almost like you're putting like a protective shield around you. That's what I'm seeing there. So if there's someone who is, really negative, who, tends to always take issue with something or find something to complain about is what I'm seeing here. I feel this person, they really drain your energy. And I feel like you're actually just standing really tall and being like, I expect this from this person. And I just feel like you're protecting your energy. They don't get to change your energy. So whoever that is, it could be a boss, it could be a friend, it could be, someone in the family unit. I just definitely get a sense here that you're protecting your energy. And I feel that even though you care or respect this person, you recognize that this is just their mindset. And for some reason, nothing's going to change that person's mindset. It's very hard for them to go through personal development and growth. They almost keep it away. And you're not like that. You're the sort of person who's like, okay, I'm adaptable. And you are open to seeing different sides of arguments or things. Okay. And this person that you're dealing with is not. And I feel like you're kind of like making your peace regarding that. Okay, I know it's such a really random message to come out, but that's coming out there as well. Now, we do have the Page of Cups. Again, it's in the resistance position. So this can indicate that there is someone who is really immature. I've already mentioned this person. I mean, there may be more than one, but I just get this energy. It's kind of like one person embodying this immaturity. And so I'm just going to give you an example. It doesn't have to be even someone that you know. It could be a client that you work with, or if you are working in a coffee store, it could be a really difficult customer who just really is not very nice to deal with. But it could also be a family member. If you're retired, for example, it could be a family member, or it could be someone in a group of people. You like spending time with that group of people. However, there's always that one person who's just a little bit negative. Nobody really wants to sit next to that person. But you're the sort of person who would sit next to that person, who would want to give them extra love, because you recognize that sometimes when people are super grouchy or they are really negative, they're the people who tend to need extra love. And you're the person who's got that big heart, who's willing to share it and say, you know what? And sometimes I feel it's just a little bit how can I put that? It's almost like it knocks your confidence when you think, that person, they just won't even open themselves up. They're not really living their life to their full potential. And I see that you are disappointed in that fact, but you recognize there's nothing you can do to help that circumstance. You can only just be there for that person or be there for that moment. And that person will go away and think about how beautiful your heart is, and they wished that they could be as open and loving as you. Okay, that's the energy that I've got coming through. And even if you're dealing with a difficult client or a difficult boss, I feel that person still goes away and thinks how wonderful Leo is to find it within themselves to extend love, care, and appreciation for all things. So I feel 2024, if it's someone you deal with on a regular basis, they'll start to warm and change towards you and their surroundings. And you had that profound effect upon them. Okay. Again, that's such a really random, weird message to get, but it's coming through there as well. Okay. Now, some of you beautiful Leos are looking for love, okay? And you may be finding that it's been difficult. Some of you have been really busy, or you haven't been focused on love. Some of you have been trying to get comfortable with your own skin and build your confidence and, overcome some shyness. Not all of you, of course, but some of you may be just finding the right moment to get out there and find fun. And I definitely see that you're going to be able to find love when you go out there and find fun, okay? So with the Six of Pentacles there, I see some of you are going to be invited to something. It could be a charity event, or it could be something you go to and you'll find that they are either collecting for charity or the event itself is in aid of a charitable association. And I feel like there is someone there that sparks love. Okay. I feel like there is the spark of something, chemistry between you and a person. And I definitely see that this will be something very passionate. You're going to get a bit of a surprise with this person in that they know someone that you know. but you've never crossed paths, okay? So later down the line, you're going to have a conversation with this person and you're going to find out you have someone in common. This is a relationship that will go from strength to strength. I could actually see you settling down with this person. So if you are looking for love, I feel December is a really great month to find love. And for some of you, whether you're in a relationship or not, I definitely get a sense that the majority of you are looking at your purpose, your sense of purpose. And I feel like there is some really great news coming in, and it's kind of in the middle of the month. Maybe that's why it gives this spring in your step. There's some really great news coming in middle of the month for you, something that will make your heart sing. And I feel it's in some way connected to your true life's mission or your true life's purpose. And I feel some of you are also thinking about studying. Okay, I'm getting this sense of suddenly deciding to take up a class, whether it's online or a course, or whether you're just investigating a new way of doing things. I feel some of you are looking for a mentor, or some of you could even become a mentor at what you do because you're so good at what you do. But ultimately, I see that you're recharging your batteries, trying to find reciprocity in your world and implementing self-care. It seems to be more about, you spending time with people that you care about, trying to find that magic in life again, and, really readdress what's going on with you and how you feel about where you are in your world right now and where you want to take things as you move into the next year. Now, the Tower card is showing up as an outcome. And as you can see there, the word revelation. So the Tower is not a negative card. It can be a sudden epiphany, a sudden revelation or realization that something needs to change. And now you're implementing those changes. Some of you may even learn something really important to your journey. And suddenly everything becomes really clear because it's covered by the King of Wands there. So I definitely get a sense here that you're boldly striving towards something. I definitely get a sense here you're taking the initiative to change something in your life that will be such a positive force going forward. Now, the Tower is also a card that liberates you from going round and round in a very, very stuck situation. So I definitely get a sense here that something major is changing for you this month. All your cards are about change, but it's also about you looking at your own needs and where you always give away your power or where you feel people underestimate you in some way. I definitely get a sense that you're being guided towards a more peaceful environment. And with the Tower energy, I feel some of you are taking a leap of faith on something that you felt very stuck on for quite some time. And I definitely get a sense that you're in control and you take the power back in some way. And with that King of Wands energy, I feel like you're an influencer. You're someone who is leading with your passions. It's almost like you're reigniting that spark, that lust for life. And I definitely get a sense that you've learned a lot from this year and you will bring that knowledge into next year and make it one of the best years yet, okay? Now, we also have the Hierophant. So this is really about traditions. So some of you, if you have traditions around about this time of year, I feel like there's some celebrations or you may be connecting to people that you really care about. Some of you, not all of you, some of you may even be getting married around about this period. And if that's you, congratulations. It's going to be a wonderful time. I do feel, and I don't want to make anyone paranoid or anxious, I do feel there may be one thing that you've booked that doesn't show up the way you wanted it, okay? But I feel you really enjoy it nonetheless, okay? I feel it's not a disappointment, okay? So I just want that to be known there as well. Now, this card can indicate some of you are taking a course of learning, as I mentioned earlier, but also this is a card where you may have to give some advice to somebody. Someone who is younger than you may seek advice on something, and they really appreciate your advice, and you really help this person, whoever this person is, and they may ask to meet for coffee or, just meet up or even just call you, but I get a sense that they need some advice on something. And they see that you are the person to give it because you're very knowledgeable, you're really good at what you do, and you're the sort of person who would tell the truth. Okay, so I definitely get a sense here that they value your honest opinion on something. And I'm just going to pull a card on these two cards because this can also indicate some rules and regulations that will shock you, or some changes that may shock you in some way. Or if, for example, there's a tradition on something, you expect something to go in a certain way, then suddenly there's like a plot twist. So I just want to pull a card on that just to clarify for you, because the Tower can also indicate a shock of some sort, okay? And it can mean, like, for example, something surprises you or, catches you off guard, but you learn a lesson from it. So nobody likes to have those sort of moments. However, like for example, I just told you that my car broke down on the way to my apartment back from my folks' house. And I learned a lesson about the battery of a car and how it has a certain life period, which I knew that already, right? But it's like I didn't expect that it would die so quickly. And what I found was that the previous owner of that car had actually changed out the battery and not put a good one in. So I learned a lesson about getting it checked over completely. And, there's certain things that I don't realize. I'm not really like a mechanic. I don't know anything about cars. But, in that moment, suddenly I've learned a valuable lesson that I will not ignore for next time. So yeah, I just wanted to give you that little piece there. But I feel it's something that you may learn from. Now, we do have 2 queens here and a 4 of pentacles. So 2 queens, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. It can indicate 2 people. And there's like a harsh conversation about the home space, or it could be like if there's a gathering, like a typical gathering, there could be one person who's a little bit detached or a little bit cold in those circumstances. The 4 of pentacles can indicate, holding on to something, holding a grudge, for example. And the energy that I've got coming out here is there could be somebody that perhaps you don't talk to anymore, suddenly reaches out and you're like, what? It may surprise you, okay? And I feel this person, they do still hold on to some sort of grudge, but I feel like they miss you and I feel like they may reach out. So you may also hear something about that person and Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. I feel like this person's going to make an effort. They're going to make an effort to bridge a divide, is what I'm seeing there as well. Now, also, some of you may be thinking about launching a business or doing something in the home space. And I definitely see that you could bring in more money. So some of you may be taking a class of learning or learning something online that you didn't know about that helps you going forward, and it will bring in more finances. There's a lot of pentacles in your reading, so I definitely see that you're going to be able to increase your finances long term. However, what I'm seeing for the month of December in general, I see that your money is going to fluctuate. Okay, I definitely see that as you're moving through December, you may not feel as abundant as usual. However, things pick up as you move forward, okay? As you move into 2024, I feel like those finances will be replenished. Now, we've also got the King of Wands. This is about you leading with your passion. This is about you being bold, being charming, courageous, and it's really about, moving forward, marching to the beat of your own drum, being your own wonderful, authentic self. And I definitely get a sense that you're recharging your batteries and you have a lot of energy and extra resources as you move into 2024. So I feel like you're so done with 2023 that you're just taking this downtime to sort of replenish and recharge and then start moving forward again towards your goals and dreams. This is a real go-getter, okay? Whether you're retired or whether you are in the career environment, this is you going after your ambitions, okay? And I definitely see that while some of you are going to be super busy in the middle of the month, things pick up a bit of pace. I feel like you are going from strength to strength and you're totally on it. So I feel like you're smashing your goals out of the park. Now, if you are retired, I definitely get a sense here that some of you are looking for community or you're looking for where you feel like you belong. And I definitely see that you're going to make a friend for life, or you may make, an entrance into a new group of people. And there is a person there who will be a friend for life. You may even go traveling with that person. And you're actually going to find that this person, they used to live not too far away from you, okay? And you may have even crossed paths at some point, but I definitely see that there's a wonderful energy of people coming together here. And also, if you're retired and you're looking for love, I do see that there is love available for you as well. Even though some of you may be wondering, if you're older, I don't care how old you are, you're vibing at a frequency of finding love. And I can see there with the Empress energy, I definitely see that you are attractive, you're having a glow up and you're attracting attention. So I see that you have to put yourself in a position though to be in a group of people. So some of you may pick up a hobby or you may do something like a course of learning. I definitely see whatever you decide to do in the month of December, it affects your love life and it puts you in a position to meet someone, okay? And I feel it's quite exciting. So I do get a sense that whether you're retired or not, if you're looking for love, I get a sense here you're going to find someone that you're going to be quite passionate about, and it really starts to become something a little bit more like established as you move into 2024. It may start off as a flirtation, of course, but it becomes a little bit more established later on next year. Now, we also have the Seven of Wands there. The Seven of Wands is about not giving up on something. It's about going the distance. It's being unstoppable in your passions, and it's pushing any obstacles that you have to the side and using sustained effort to get to where you want to go. Also, this is about not conforming. This is about standing up for who you are and what you believe in. And I feel like you are accepting that, people are different. We all have different ideas, and that's what makes us exciting and unique. And it's really important. I see that you honor those people's ideas and, the angle that they're coming from. But this can be a period where people get a little bit bullish about, I don't know, if you're around the table, for example, talking about politics, or it can inflame some people. So I definitely get a sense here that you are standing your ground, but at the same time, I feel like you are honoring differences and recognizing that, you gotta let bygones be bygones. You believe what you believe, and I definitely get a sense here that you find more peace in that, knowing that. Also with the Seven of Wands, this is about you looking back at how things have been really difficult this year, okay? As you can see, this strong man, and again, it's not gender specific, as you can see, each thing is etched on this person's body. Love, the fight or flight energy, that real tenacity of that lion there. Also, we've got these flowers and a toxic symbol, and there's so many things that this person has experienced, and this person can allow those experiences to control how they move forward, or they can liberate themselves and say, you know what, I'm more than that. I am not just the sum of my experiences. I am more than that. So I definitely see that you're liberating yourself out of a stuck situation, or if you've had any struggles recently, I definitely see that you are removing yourself, opening yourself up to something better, taking that leap of faith, and you're being bold. You're leading with your passions. And I definitely get a sense here there's some wonderful, exciting things happening for you. I mean, financially, as I said, I feel there's fluctuating energy regarding your finances. I feel like you're taking a balanced view regarding your finances. And I feel that some of you are, I see all of you being extra generous. Some of you, if you have the resources, I see that you are an earth angel and you are helping other people. And there is an energy here that you must also remember your own needs. Okay, that's coming up really importantly as well there. Some of you may leave something. Okay, something that you're a part of for quite some time. It could be like a subscription, that you're getting rid of subscriptions that you don't use anymore, or it could be like a internet provider, or it could even be a group of people that you used to hang around with. I feel like some of you are shifting and finding your tribe elsewhere. I get a sense here that you have done a lot of learning this year, and the month of December for you is really about taking stock, taking a bit of a pause, but then I feel this energy of you like moving forward to accomplish so many great things as you move into the rest of the year and then beyond into 2024. Okay, so I'm just going to get some final cards. Anything more that they want to give you there? I am getting an energy that there's going to be a lot more invitations for you as you move through December. And some of you may be like, you know what, I don't really want to go out. I just want to hibernate. I want to wind down. And you may have that inner flight and fight mode where you're like, should I go out? Should I stay in? What should I do? So you may have a little bit of an inner battle, but I definitely get a sense that if you want to reignite that magic, getting out there and reconnecting to people and to circumstances is going to be very important for you, okay? So especially since your fifth house of the pursuit of pleasure is governing you. The 12th house takes over, and that's really the deepest part of your chart. So some of you may feel extra sensitive, or you may feel it's time to reconnect to things like the law of attraction, your higher self, meditation, or really looking at your spiritual path, okay? Developing a deeper sense of awareness and receiving important information and downloads from your guides. Also, it's about personal growth. So you may feel like withdrawing, focusing on important projects. And, that all came through in your reading. So I'm not surprised that your 12th house is influencing you. It's really about recharging your batteries and getting back to best. And your final cards, we got dignity, standing in your truth, loving yourself first and not compromising. You could have got any card in this deck, but this card is exactly the energy that I've got coming through in this particular reading, okay? I just want to show you there. I mean, you could have had Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it's on the bottom of the deck, so you can claim that as well. It says there, things working in your favor, lucky moment, a phase or a situation, fate and destiny, changes. But you could have like new birth. You could have play. There's some really negative ones in there as well, waiting and perspective. But you actually got standing in your truth, loving yourself first and not compromising. And that's definitely the energy that's in your reading. We also got justice. So again, this is the second indication. It's all about balance, the scales, working hard, playing hard, or having a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but also having time for fun, for family, for friends, or people that you consider your soul tribe. Okay. It says here, doing what you think is right. Only honesty brings success and spiritual order and truth. Okay. So I definitely get a sense that you're bringing more peace, more balance. You're making some adjustments in your world. That's what I feel with the scales. I feel like you are changing things to suit you moving forward, because life's too short. So I definitely get a sense that you're checking in with, are you happy? And if you're not in a happy situation right now in some area of your life, you are setting to change those things. And I see that you are going to boldly move forward and do what's right for you. Okay. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't feel what metals or what runes I'm picking up. And I'm loving the fact that you got these runes. I actually close my eyes when I pick the trinkets or rune. And of course, you can't see that. You do have to trust me on that. But we got the same energy of what's coming out in the reading. So we have like the scroll and the cap there, indicating some of you are going back to class, or you're getting a qualification or a certification in regards to something that will help you move on a particular path. Also, this is a trinket that indicates knowledge, learning something that will be beneficial to you long term. So it could be that you learn something about a person and you realize, actually, I don't vibe with that person anymore. Some of you are looking at friendships and thinking, you know what, I'm evolving from that friendship. And those people, they don't really fit in with what I believe or what I want anymore. So whilst it's sad that we, outgrow people, I feel like it's mature to recognize that some people are just not following us on the path that we're on. Some people are not capable of going on the path that you're on. And I definitely see that in terms of career, if you're on a career path, I definitely see that you're going to the top. Some of you are going to hear about a raise or a promotion and new knowledge. You may have to take a course, or you may have to take a new qualification, or maybe the qualification that you have actually puts you in that position. And if you're retired, for example, it can mean that you are deciding to learn more about the human mind or the body, or about your true purpose. So it could be a spiritual class. It could be something that you're learning that will, help you moving forward. Now, we've also got the ring. So as I said, some of you are getting married during this month. Again, congratulations to you if that's you. Also, the ring can indicate commitments, okay, that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but you're going to hit the mark. You're going to meet all your deadlines, although you may be a little bit rushed in the middle of the month there. Also, it can indicate that you're about to meet someone if you're looking for love, and it will lead to a higher level of commitment, okay? So the ring really is about your commitments, but it's also recognizing that you are a gem. Okay, and you have been formed under pressure. Whenever you think about a diamond is formed under pressure. And I definitely see that you've had a lot of pressure on your shoulders. Some of you are trying to manage your stress levels. And I feel like, you are that friend. You are that person that everybody would want by their side, because you are awesome. You have a beautiful heart and a wonderful generosity about you. And I feel it's taken you a long time to recognize that you are a gift. Okay. And I feel that's something that you will take away with you as you leave December and move into 2024 as well. Okay. Now, finally, we have the God rune, which is all about wisdom. Okay, so this is a rune that indicates some of you have been tested. You may even get advice, or you may find yourself inspired to change your circumstances to overcome a struggle. Also, divine intervention is what I'm feeling with this rune for you as well, but it also connects to wisdom. So some sort of knowledge, there could be a hidden piece of information that comes your way that helps you in a situation, breaks you out of something that you felt really stuck in for a while. But I definitely get a sense that it's going to leave on a really positive note where you're going to have a lot of energy to take on 2024 and go from strength to strength. Okay, so that was a lot, my beautiful Leo. I didn't think it was going to get so deep, but there it is. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.